Hi guys, welcome to the 10th episode of the Al or Nothing podcast. I'm here with my friends. I've got Tony representing Al Nassr. I've got Gaminda representing Al Ali. I've got Vishnu representing Al Ittihad, and myself representing Al Hilal. Guys, it's been another week, another set of results to come in, and I think the big talking point from last week's game, Al Hilal versus Al Nassr, guess who took the lead? I'm gonna put my hands up. My guy. So
I'm ready for this.
I'm so ready for this. I'm so ready because you know what, where we ended last week. Anthony was telling me that he had the best team on paper. He had the best form team. He had Mr. Saudi himself.
Yeah.
We still did. We still got Mr.
And Al
Saudi
Hilal came onto the pitch. Al Nassr came onto the pitch, and guess what? Al Hilal absolutely dumped on Al Nassr.
No, Al Hilal scored the 3 goals they had. You didn't dump on nothing, bro. You scored 3 goals.
Regardless,
3-0 is quite a pacing, especially when you're going for a title.
Yeah, but the thing is, listen, I'm a Ronaldo.
I'm listening because this is what I've been waiting for this.
I 1-0. Whatever happened with your Saudi prince paying off the referee or something, right? At 1-0, that goal that he scored should have gone in. That changes the game, but it's okay. It didn't count. Whatever the VAR was thinking, I don't know what was going on, but that was. It's fine. It's fine.
Week,
even them drawing the lines, and you're like, wait, you see the lines, and you're like, those lines are the most dodgiest things I've seen with the way they've shown it, where half of his arm is played him offside. It's a joke. But anyway, yes, we probably should have taken more from the game, but you beat us. There's no thing. But I think it was my worry. It was my concern with the goalkeeping.
Lovely.
With the goalkeeping, that's the difference there. I think.
It's complete.
The 3 goals. The 3 goals.
Sorry.
Well, yeah, we lost.
It sounds like you're in a crisis. It sounds like you're in a crisis or something.
Yeah, Vishnu, you're liking this. I'm liking this.
Sitting fourth.
loving this.
I'm just saying. I thought like a week.
For someone that wants to win the league,
we played you guys on Friday. We've had a whole weekend. I thought, maybe Auntie's going to come onto the podcast feeling a bit, humbled. But you still come with the same shameless self. You're talking to a goal. You're talking to a goal that was disallowed rightfully because the lines were drawn out using the VAR system, and he was clearly offside using parts of his body that can score a goal.
You beat us 3-0 at home. You've got to come to our house, and then we'll see it as well. I mean, it's still only one.
You're not going to respond to what I just said. You're just going to take it completely left.
No, but I've already responded to it in the sense that it was a goal. It wasn't. I don't know what he was looking at. It was a classy goal as well. And yeah, it's what it is. I mean, it could have been worse, to be honest.
Talk about the lines then. Talk about the lines where it clearly showed that
what Ronaldo's
side of his head crossing the
other guy.
Sorry?
Ronaldo's arm being ahead of the other guy's
and his
arm.
head. Part of his head was too.
No, but you're talking about the animation, but the actual thing is he was onside.
Bro, allow it. 3-0.
No, listen.
Anyway,
we take it.
Even you scored that 1 goal. Let's say you had
1-0.
At 1-0. Yeah, at 1-0. So let's say it was 1-1, whatever it was. Yeah. And then Mitrovic also scored his 94th minute bicycle kick that he had.
But then that's like you're saying.
Anyway.
Yeah, but then Talisca would have scored in the first 10 minutes.
Exactly. So
just trying to get some structure here.
That wasn't the score of the game, was it? That wasn't the score of the game.
No. That's what I mean. We didn't get battered.
How many games can you make that excuse? You have to hold the L. You didn't lose by 1 goal. You lost by 3.
We did. Yeah. We lost the game in 3-0. We're 7 points behind them, but we're still 4 points ahead of Ahli. And I don't know. We might be like 200 points ahead of our Ittihad at this point. I don't know where they are.
But now you're just papering over it because you said to us. No, wait.
I'll tell you where you are. You are more point. You have less points in our gap than you do to you in first. So
what does that say about you? What does that say about you?
I have a big point to make.
What does that say about you?
No, this guy made some bold statements last time. He goes, "You're the best team in the league."
I'll let Dinesh chat to me, but I don't know why you lot chatting, bro.
Yo.
You lot, one's aiming for a balanced team, the other's trying to put his squad together still, bro. You think this is ultimate team up?
Lads, let's get some structure in this. Gums, speak what you need to say.
Sorry.
Bro, listen, Anthony, you say that, but you've got the best team in the league. Best player in the league.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, thank you. And wait, Anthony, wait. Let me say my piece.
I respect you for agreeing. Keep going. Yeah.
Let me say my
best
piece.
player in the league and best team in the league. Yeah. I'm not proud.
And
I feel like you're proud.
What's your expectation? And you even said
we're winning the league.
You must win the league. And how far are you?
Yeah, well, you're in the league. 7 points. That's nothing though. Thank you. How far are you from the top?
Yeah, but the expectation is different for us compared to you guys.
Why?
I never said. See, now this is different from last time because
why?
When I said, yeah, don't forget. Wait, Anthony, wait, because it's different from last time. Because when I said the expectation is not for us to win the league.
So what? You're mid-table team.
You had no argument, yeah. But
because of course you will say it. Of course you'll say it because you're our Hilal fans, like just kind of posing as an Ahli fan. So I mean, yeah, there's no expectation for our Ahli to win the league. But there is. Only to you there isn't because you're really supporting Al Hilal. But Al Ahli have a expectation to win the league. Just like Al Ittihad do.
Should we win the league? Is it a must?
If Rishmi comes up next and says, oh yeah, Al Ittihad, there's no expectation to win the league. There is. They won the league last year. There's an expectation to win the league for sure. So it's like...
Okay, I've come out last week.
All four of our teams.
One second. I come out last week and I said to you, all right, maybe we are in a crisis. And I've admitted it. So my question to you is...
We're not in a crisis.
That wasn't my question.
My
question. My question is, are you worried now you're 7 points behind? Because last week you said it's not going to happen. You were very confident. You were like...
Yeah, but watching the game.
And you said,
watching the game.
Give us 2 weeks. We'll be 3 points. Then we'll be ahead of you in two weeks time.
Yeah, but watching the game, I'm not worried. I feel there's enough holes in Al Hilal where I think.
Okay, fair enough. Watching the game, you're not worried. But looking at the table, are you worried?
No. Let's just go back. Let's go back to that
point. Watching the game, why would I be worried watching the thing?
Let's go back to that point of watching the game. Sorry,
our main issue.
I'm not interrupting. What that point of watching the game? Do you honestly think over 90 minutes you deserved to win that game?
Yes.
Okay, why?
Because we had a lot more possession. We had really good chances.
Possession doesn't work.
The referee was against us a bit in a lot of the decisions, but especially the goal. I mean, for me, it should have been 1-1. So I've already said that. And if that goes 1-1, I think we go ahead. But it's fine. I mean, I know we've lost the game, but that doesn't mean we're not winning the league. For me,
should tell you why you didn't deserve it. Should tell you why you didn't deserve it because you didn't score the goals.
Yeah, but
goals win games.
But then
got any goals.
You just proved my point.
And in fact, we had
your question was, do I deserve
yourself, right? Because you can only score goals through shots, right? We had more shots on target, and we were more efficient in front of goal. In the end.
Did you see the Talisca chance? Did you see the chances?
Yeah, he booted it.
Huh?
Yeah,
but that's what I mean. Those are the kind of chances where we should have taken, and you guys did. To be honest, with
that's like us saying Richardson got almost a hat trick.
The first Milinkovic-Savic goal.
Yeah.
If we had a better keeper. I mean, to be honest, for us, as I said last week, the biggest problem we have at the moment is the keeper. If we can change the keeper, because Milinkovic-Savic's goal, Bono saves that 100%. Bono saves that. Mendy probably saves that too, right?
You were shitting on Mendy not too long ago.
A lot of speculation there. A lot of speculation.
A lot of speculations. Lots of maybes.
The ball was rolled in. Yeah,
you're giving us. You have the best team in the league. You're giving us. You said last week you have the best team in the league. Now you need a new keeper.
No. We still have the best team in the league. I said that. I said last week too. The main difference between our two teams is his keeper. And that's what
I remember you also saying that you had the best defense in the league.
We do have the best. We have the best.
I don't know. I think I'll test your defense quite.
We have the best defender in the league.
Quite
well. Also, that doesn't change. One game doesn't prove. One game doesn't change that. We still have the best defender
had a better game than
we still have the better player in the league.
You also talk about holes.
You're based on one game,
right? but in the last 6 games, you've got 3 red cards in the last 6 games. That's a
Yeah,
massive
but
fault for you
I
guys as
already
well.
I already spoke about that. But now Al Hilal's lost their hype man centre back who takes it upon himself to go challenge all the best players in the world. So I mean, we'll see how they start going with next game on, because they're now without one of their starting centre backs, right? So
I mean,
that might have an
Your
impact.
excuses sound good.
you guys are stalling a bit because you
I'm
drew
not-
the
I'm
game
not
before
making
at
it-
Al Hilal. You lost.
I'm
and
not
you drew
making
again
any
in the
excuses
last game.
because I, to be honest, for me, I don't need to make excuses to you, to Vishnu or Gominda here. Like, I don't know why we're chatting.
I feel like you are. I feel like you are.
I just need to. I need to defend my stance
It's a bit
from last week.
disrespect, Anthony,
We
come on.
lost the game. We lost. Why am I disrespecting you? You're beneath
We're
me.
Say that
closer
again.
to you guys.
4 games.
We're closer to you than you are to the top.
And that means you're
That's a
further
fact.
away from the top.
4 points.
We're 7 points away. You're 11 points away. Do you know how many games you have to
Yeah,
win
but
to get to them?
you could be third in 2 games, and you
Yeah,
still can't be top in
and-
2 games.
Yeah, and neither can you.
But last week you said the same thing. You like in 2 games. to be
Yeah,
top.
but we can be top in 3 games. But the thing is, 2 games, 3 games doesn't matter. It's at the end of the season, and we've still got, I don't know how many games. We've still got more than enough games to go, so it's fine.
I do think that you guys have the bigger players. You have the more experienced players, and as much as you keep saying that this is just one game, it's the biggest game of the season. No, biggest game of the season so far.
There's another big game coming.
Of course, there is.
Whoa,
but
whoa. Let me
say
stop
we
you guys
continue on.
there.
Say we continue on our projection right now in terms of winning all of our games, and we come back and you even beat us.
Agreed, but
we're
now
still
you've got to
gonna be
play. You've still got to beat all the other teams again.
I know,
And we're
but
not even halfway through yet. I think
get
you're
that.
getting a bit.
We are.
I get that, I
You
get
might
that.
be getting. We're not.
I mean, I think
We've got
I'm,
much more games before them.
I think I'm in my well right to get a bit giddy if I think I'm going to win the league 7 points clear. In front of you
Agreed.
guys.
I'm not,
right?
and again, I'm also within my right to think we can still win the league.
Yeah, absolutely. But what I don't think you're in the right with is what you said to Germs just a second ago, where you said that he should be expecting to win the league just as much as you should.
Anthony,
No, my guy.
You know
with
that's
your
not
club,
true. You know
with the
that's not
signings
true.
you
No,
have to win the league.
no, that's not what I said.
You even said
that.
you must
No,
win the league.
Because
You
that's
you have
not what I
Mr.
said.
have
Saudi,
to win the
no?
league. You must.
Yeah,
Mr.
we
Saudi
do.
needs to lift that
Yeah,
trophy, no?
I respect
what
you
you
for
said
agreeing
last
with me
week.
this week. Yeah, and I respect you for agreeing
So
with me
you
this week.
have to.
No,
So you
listen.
even said
What
you
I
have
said
to.
is
We can bring the clip back.
we have to win the league. We have to win the league because
And
of
you
the
lost
signings we
3-0
made.
to-
Just like our Ittihad have to win the league in front of their fans
I
and
don't
with the
think
team
Al
they
Hilal
have.
have as
I'll-
much pressure as you guys.
Yeah,
No,
the
they
pressure's
do,
different.
bro. Like the
I
thing
feel the
is,
pressure's different as well.
they've just sacked the manager for losing 5 games. You're telling me they don't have pressure?
No, they have pressure, but not as much as you
They
guys.
have- yeah,
but that's
no.
still
You
pressure.
can't sack
It's
a
football,
manager.
But
Yeah, all right. That
they were
same
just
thing would
dropping
happen
us.
to
They were
us.
dropping
It
us
would
hard.
also
They were
happen
dropping
to
us
Al
to
Hilal.
6th, 7th.
Yeah, exactly. But that's because
the
of the
difference.
pressure. The pressure between the 4 teams doesn't change. But what changes is the expectations. So our fans expect us to win. But me, as an Al Nassr fan, I don't expect Al Ahli or Al Ittihad. No, I expect Al Ittihad to be more competitive. I definitely don't expect Al Ahli to be 3rd in the league. Right? So they're, in my opinion, they're overperforming. As an Al Nassr fan,
And
as
you're
an Al Nassr
underperforming.
fan, we're underperforming. Exactly. Right?
Oh, you just
well done.
agreed with everything that I've just said.
Yeah,
And you just
because
said
we
we
should
should
be
win
top
the
of the
league.
league and we should be winning. Yeah, I agree with that. But I'm not saying I'm writing us off because we lost 1 game. We are still winning the league.
Correct, but again, it comes to
Yeah.
expectation, right? Expectation of who must win the league or who will win the league, right? Al Ali,
Yeah, but,
Ittihad,
listen,
they should.
I
They
think-
should. No, they should.
Yeah.
But you have to. You've never won it. You have to. With
We will
Mr.
win the
Saudi,
league.
with the signings you made, with Mane that you brought in, with Laporte you brought in, you
So
So
have
let's
to
go
win the
already
league.
there. We're Tavio. Yeah.
Yeah, you got Alex Telles as well, but if you don't, it's a more of an embarrassment on Al Nassr than it will ever be for this season or Al Ali or Al Ittihad. Correct or not
Agreed.
correct?
Yeah, agreed. Just
So the
like
expectation's different then.
but that is also the same with Al Hilal. That expectation is still there with Al Hilal. Are you saying there isn't?
No. I'm not saying
There
there
is.
but
So
look at the position we're in, and
it would be an
But
equal
the
or
only
worse
thing
embarrassment
they can
if you
justify
lost the
that
lead.
pressure.
Hmm?
They can justify it because they are.
Because they're
they beat you
top at the
3-0 and they're
moment.
ahead.
They're
And
top
is
at the
top of the
moment.
moment,
That's
we've
what I'm
also our big name signings also been injured for most of the season.
Yeah, but now you're starting to make excuses.
Not
They still
really.
beat you.
It's
But
facts.
you're in the head. I'm not making excuses. I've already
You've been making excuses
agreed
this whole time. You might not
What do you mean?
realise it.
So
I'm saying
you said the referee's been
what?
paid off. You said
Yeah,
we need a better
no,
keeper.
that at the beginning.
You
At the
VAR,
beginning,
blame the referee being
yes.
paid off.
Yeah.
You're saying that
Sorry,
your
Vish,
keeper's
you
not
have to
good
start
enough.
again. You have to start that again. List it out properly so everyone can hear.
Alright. The offside, paying on the referee, the keeper not being good enough for performances.
Wait, let me just list.
Three things. If those are not excuses, I don't know what is an
They,
excuse.
no, they are excuses
I've got
for
3
this
excuses.
game.
Yo, I've written down 3. How many more?
It's
Probably-
nice
I'd
to
like
know
to
you can
have
count up to
500 at this
3.
rate. Deflection. You know when you're bad when
Oh
someone's
yeah.
deflecting. So
If we
everything.
went 1-0
Why
up,
is Vishnu talking? Why is Kamina talking? How Ittihad? How Ahli?
No. Listen,
have no right.
every point you've made in the sense that we're the best team in the league. I agree. We have Mr. Saudi. I agree. Right? We should be top of the league. I agree. Right? But if you're saying we won't win the league because we've lost to Al Hilal 1 game, I disagree. We will
That's
win
not
the
the
league.
problem. The
In my
problem is,
opinion, we will still win the league.
maybe
They're ahead.
Maybe you will. But
Yeah,
we're not.
Then that day when that oh my god, when
and
that
you're
day
so
Me and
rattled.
Govinda,
You are
I
so
think that'll be
rattled.
the end of the
He's actually
podcast
lost
because
his head.
only me.
I've never seen you speak over us so much.
I'm not round.
Yeah.
I'm not round.
Bro, I haven't even been able to
lost your head.
say
No,
what I
it's
wanted to say because you just keep going. Bro.
I'm ready. No, because I know how you man are coming, and I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen,
Yeah.
I'm not worried.
Hear it. What I'm saying is, if you lost to Al Hilal and you were about, oh, I've just seen that. If you lost to Al Hilal and you were about 3 points behind them, you were tied before the game. They've got 3 points. I wouldn't say it's anything to worry about. It's fine. It's not that bad. That's a game fix. That's fine. 7 points is not something you just happen. That could take a whole month before you even get to a place where you're competitive again. And that's assuming Al Hilal lose every single game they have. Yeah, that's unlikely given their form. Let's not deny it. Their form is, they just keep winning. Yeah, so that's if they lose every single game. So all of this you're saying is just all hypothetical scenarios that Al Hilal is going to drop form, they're going to lose all their players, or this and that. Al Nassr is going to win everything, and then he's going to get straight back up there. If you are 3 points behind, you have an argument. You've dropped down 7 points behind. That's a big gap. So it should be a worry.
I've had to give you a break because you absolutely lost your head. So I've put you on a break.
Oh, you muted him. I thought he muted himself.
Yeah, he muted.
Yeah.
No. I'm waiting. I'll listen to everything. Gaminda, go. You go. Vishnu, I've got a response for you, but I'll wait for Gaminda.
I know what your response is going to be, but I've said everything I've got to say. I think last episode you summed everything up, and now you've basically just papered over that with excuses. You have. I think I don't have to say anything. The listeners they just know. They just know. I know that people are smiling watching this, and they just know. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, go on.
I was just going to say, I think I've somewhat got what I wanted from this podcast in itself from today's episode. All I wanted was to get to you, for you to lose your absolute boiling point. The last few weeks we've been coming on methodical and we keep winning games and whatever else. Today you've absolutely had a howler. An absolute howler, and this is exactly what I wanted from this episode whatsoever. So
I hope you
please
get a TV deal
take the stage, my guy.
Thank you.
Let's keep going. I'm loving this.
Right. For me, with Vishnu, with what you said in regards to 7 points, this is at the beginning of the season. We were I think we were about 7 or 8 points off. We were 6th, 7 or 8 points off everyone, right? And we came back. Al Hilal still has to play Al Ahli again, Al Nassr again, Al Ittihad again, Al Tawoon again, Al Ittifaq again. All of these teams are coming. They're coming for us too. So there are plenty of opportunities for this. If you think this is how the league is going to look at the end of the season, that's just delusion. It's going to change. Right? And there are more than enough games left for that to change. And that's where my confidence says we still have more than enough time left to get back on top. 15 games in to it's not even halfway through the season. So you're getting, for me, I'm like, okay, we lost to Al Hilal. It's calm. 3-0. We've still got the rest of the season to go.
Just to quickly on that point you said, just to stop you on that one point though. I know what you said halfway through the season. Yeah, even if we were halfway through the season, Al Hilal lost all their games. You won all your games. You're still not top of the league. Just to let you know. So halfway through the season, we're still not going to be first.
Yeah, if they lose the next 2 games, we win the next 2 games. We're 1 point behind.
In a world that you want it to work. Yeah,
in a world, yeah, but I'm not saying that we lose the next 2
and we win our next 2, we go second. But that's just
you do.
Luck.
It's
and
true.
Then you'll be in the mud.
Yeah, we would. We would.
Okay.
If we were third in this league, if we were third in this league, then I'll be like, yeah, second, 7 points off, not even halfway through the season, not worried. From where we started, why am I worried?
From where you started.
This is a team that has come. This is a team.
Then you say that. You say that.
That's already come through like problems.
Flying and everything.
Yeah, but this is a team that's already faced problems and I've come through it. Al Hilal haven't till this moment had any problems yet. At some point in the season, that will come, and that's when you'll see what happens.
Neymar's injury is a problem for them. I think that's an injury.
No, because that probably solved the problem they had.
Anthony, question.
That's, again, I'm sorry. No, I'm not going to let him skip it on that. He said this last week as well. Neymar was coming good before he got injured anyway. So and it was never a problem because.
Do you know what I want you to do? Do you know what I want you to do?
Lost the game in the
do you know what I want you to do? I want you to go back and listen to the episode after Neymar's debut. When you said, I don't know what he was trying. He was trying all these skills.
And then what's the episode after? And what's the episode after? And I said, Neymar's come back with a couple of assists and we won. The game that you're referring to is Damac, where we drew against, and he had a few sitters and you couldn't put him away, right?
And did he put away the chances he had in the game after?
He helped
did
the team
win
the game
the chances?
thereafter. He helped the team because he got assists. He got 2 or 3 assists.
I remember missing a penalty after they gave him the penalty to take.
Okay, cool. But did we lose the game?
So then that's what I'm saying.
But we lost the game.
After Neymar left, you've then gone back to your normal self.
The difference is, right? The difference is between our clubs, if Neymar is out, we've still got enough players who take the responsibility on their backs to win the games.
No, you've got a keeper.
When Ronaldo's out for your club, you lose your first 2 games.
Ronaldo was there for first 2 games. It was because we didn't. No, he was, but what it was is, and I've said it like loads of times, we had a completely new squad at that point in time, which had to be embedded in. To be fair, so did all the other teams, but it just took us longer.
So you had Ronaldo who's been there before, Talisca who's been there before.
Yeah, but at the moment, we're now sitting ahead of every other team except Al Hilal. So right now, we're just looking at Al Hilal going, okay, we need to catch. We obviously need to fix up some stuff, and hopefully during the January transfer window, we get a keeper and solve that problem. Because
I've got a question then. I've got a question, but this question for Dinesh and Gaminda. When I was under fire for the last 2 episodes, did I look like Antony? Was Antony?
Anthony's wow.
We know him.
Let me comment. It's because you're defeated. I'm not defeated.
We look defeated.
You know the situation you're in.
It's only 15 games, mate. I'm not worried.
I agree.
Wait.
You should be worried.
We still get
you should be worried.
I'm still confident.
You're 13 points away from the top.
Yeah,
in a league which you won.
You're 7.
Yeah,
7 points away.
Double us.
You have Mr. Saudi Pro League.
2 games. 2 games. Oh, you have Mr.
Biologic. Are you more threatened?
Yeah, this chance.
By your logic, right? Because you're saying there's only 7 points between us and there's X amount of games to go, right, for the season. Are you more threatened by Al Ahli and Al Ittihad than you are getting to the top of the league? Because they have less points, right?
But the reality is
they still got to play the same clubs that you mentioned.
That's true, but they have weaker squads, and therefore, I mean, Al Ittihad are just extremely underperforming.
Right.
Al Ahli,
we've won through 1. Last 3 games, we got 7 out of 9 points,
and you have a squad that more or less competes with ours and Al Hilal's.
And when we lost our games, Benzema was injured for about 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, but you still have the squad of players to get you through.
I actually think
that is the reason your manager got sacked.
Yeah, but now Benzema
can we move on from
scoring goals, creating chances.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. So for me, Al Ahli, I'm not too concerned about, because I don't think they're gonna. as he said, his main striker is injured. Maximan is a player who gets injured halfway through the season. Morris and other players who gets injured a lot. So that's going to come for them. Whereas Al Ittihad, yeah, they could start rising. So at some point they could be a threat. But for me, we don't need to look down at the moment. The only team we need to focus on is Al Hilal. Because there's no.
Let's end the segment just there in terms of Al Hilal and Al Nassr. The way I want to end it, I guess, is by a quick roundup between all of us. Guys, who's going to win the league? Al Nassr or Al Hilal?
If you two say Al Hilal or Al Nassr, you're shocking fans.
Okay, no, fine. Who's more likely then? Who's more likely to win the league? In your opinion, who's more likely?
To answer your first question, my answer was neither, to let you know. So you are right.
Yeah, I was gonna say
between the two. Okay,
who do you think your chief gas?
Always the support and the bias that comes with those. But take your clubs out. But just a straight knockout between Al Nassr and Al Hilal. Given the result that we've got through this past weekend.
For me, it'll be based
Dinesh, no, Vishnu. Before you answer, yeah, this guy asked this question when Al Ittihad and Al Hilal were top at the beginning of the season. You can't ask that question now. Halfway through, you've changed your Al Ittihad to Al Nassr. Bro, listen, I think all of these teams are likely to win the league, and except Al Ahli. I think
now you say it.
Al Nassr and Al Hilal.
We have an expectation to win the league, and now you say we don't.
Yeah, no, I said as an Al Nassr fan, I have no expectation of you winning the league.
Question. Before all of this, you're talking about.
I'm sorry, Dinesh, for taking over.
You're talking about form, right? He was talking about form. You're like, oh, Al Nassr's form is amazing. You haven't won in the last 3.
Are you sure?
100%.
In the Saudi Pro League, we haven't won in the last 3 games.
Just general games.
I'm thinking it's talking about all games.
The
AFC, yeah, but then.
But then you also said that you had the expectation to win that as well.
We drew our AFC game to Persepolis.
You have the best team. You have the best team in the Champions League too.
Yeah, but then I think right now with a game like Al Hilal coming, and then I think we had a biggish game last week as well. We had to. You're going to focus on the Saudi Pro League at the moment.
So what you're telling me? You rested your players and still got dumped on.
We didn't get dumped on. We drew.
You took a whole week out to prep for this game.
Oh, but you guys, no, we didn't. They still played the game. They just took off.
Just accept it, man.
No. Listen, for me, there's no. What is done, bro? We're not even halfway through the season. We lost 1 game, and you man are talking like this.
Yeah, but
it's fine. I understand being an Al Ahli fan and an Al Ittihad fan. It's okay to feel defeated. But as an Al Nassr fan, I don't need to feel defeated, bro. My team's been coming back from defeats and all of that the whole season, and now we're sitting pretty in second. We'll come back to we'll get to the top, bro. You don't want to get there too early.
That's your review. My side of things is last week we were 9 points behind you. This week we're 6. So next week we're 3.
That's
the week after for me we're tied.
Yeah, exactly. I respect that. That's whereas Al Ahli, my guy's looking at where Al Hilal is sitting and not where his team's sitting. Oh wait,
my team's sitting 4 points behind your team, who's the best team in the league.
Oh yeah,
win the league.
Yeah, it's good. All right, okay. Gominda, who's been coming back to Dinesh's question.
I'm going to end the segment. Al Hilal, obviously, biggest game of the season so far. We came out on top again. It's a great performance, and when we need to step up, we've stepped up, and we've proven why we are deserving of our top spot. Right? I'm going to take this whole conversation because of the deflections and everything that's gone with Antony. I'm going to say that everyone's vote should be Al Hilal to win, most likely win between Al Nassr and Al Hilal. I'm going to take that.
Can you ask Kenny that? Can you ask? Because I'm interested in what Gominda says.
Well, out of those two teams,
between the two clubs.
No. Between everyone, who's going to win the league?
That was never the question to begin with. It wasn't even the first question to begin with. I said between Al Nassr and Al Hilal, who's likely to win?
Clubs.
But without it. If you say everyone,
everyone's going to pick their own club. Everyone's going to pick their own club.
But is he actually going to? Are you picking your own club? No. What, Al Hilal?
I'll back him.
You're picking up Hilal then?
What, out of those two clubs?
No, of all the clubs.
Yo, make your question clear. Make the question clear. This guy's asking one question.
I've said it. Actually, just wants to alter it. Between the two clubs of Al Nassr and Al Hilal, who are most likely to win the SPO, given where this table is at the moment?
Al Hilal.
Exactly. It's Al Hilal are going to win at the moment.
Right? What about you? You're gonna say Ittihad, isn't it? Of course you are.
The thing is though, like you
It's
gotta
too
go.
early
If
to
you're,
tell.
you're going off, I'm going off form, so I'll say Al Hilal as well, based on the form, based on where they are, 7 points ahead, and no matter how you argue it, it's only 2 games away from the halfway point, which is not a lot of games compared with when we played 15. So I'll say Al Hilal out of those 2 teams, yeah.
And I'm gonna take your shameless vote as I want to say. Just you
Of
obviously haven't
course.
changed week on week. We'll
Of
continue to
course.
see this.
Well, I
And
might
you know
change
what?
it because of one defeat.
Honestly, we need a loss from Al Nassr because I never thought you'd lose your head this much of a one loss.
Anthony,
I never
you-
thought you'd
you
lose your head
lost
this
your
much of a
head.
one loss.
I've not.
Praise the
I've not-
gods,
Yo,
may
comment
more
below.
losses come.
Comment below
I'll
if
tell
he
you what
lost
it
his
is.
head or not.
No, I'll tell you what it is. I'll come expecting fire. You lot have not delivered. So
Anthony,
I've
you've
come
given
here
us
all
flames.
defensive, ready to
You've
go,
given
and I'm
us the
like,
flames we
wait,
need,
these
bro.
guys ain't even attacking me. I'm like, why would I? So
Honestly, he's just chatting too much breeze. I couldn't handle it. We're gonna move on from this topic anyway. Let's go on to the next in the on the table. We're gonna go with Ali,
Yeah.
third place, getting closer to second.
6-0. It was one of those games where when you watch, you kind of get bored of us being so good in that game. The opponent had one shot. They literally in the 52nd minute they had one decent attempt. Won 6-0. And I take it back to Vishnu's comment when we were talking about the Kings Cup, and we played a weekend side, and he was like, "Yo, so when you play your first 11, are you going to beat them? Also, not first 11 minus Firmino. Are you going to beat them?" I was confident, very confident, and as you can tell, 6-0. It was an easy win, man. It was actually really good watch.
I believe Vishnu said he wanted to come back to this game, right?
Gabri was so good. He's one of those players that he could have easily gone to like a top European club, still young. Good buy from Celta Vigo, and he's kind of coming into his own now. Amazing game from him. Amazing.
He seemed to have an absolute stormer, and Gavi Vega. He seems to have absolutely lit up his time there now, and it's probably a good time with Firmino out, I'd say.
Yeah, well, Firmino was on the bench, but I still say give him a few games. As you know, of his passing of his father. So
Of course.
It'll take a few games for his like. Well, I don't know how many games, but yeah, I'll just give him time.
But yeah,
so,
I
yeah,
mean,
man,
let's go to Vishnu because he did say last week that he wanted to come back to this game. He wanted to see what this game had cooked up. So I guess the cooking's been served. And what have you got to say?
In the Kings Cup, you lost to Abba as well, right? It was Abba you lost to, wasn't it? 2-0 or 2-1, whatever it was.
Yeah.
So it was just, I guess it's one of those things. You've gone to the locker rooms and you've went with some agenda. Fair play. You've come out shining, you know. Fair
agenda,
play.
6-0. It's not like we just nicked it.
But when you lost that game, obviously it hurt you in some kind of way, the players, and they've come out shining. So fair enough, you know. And to catch out in the series, I'm kind of voting for both of us to kind of get our points week on week in.
I agree. Like, for example, like I feel like we just get our heads down and we just do the business, whereas these guys, best team in the league, they must win, and they're just like hovering in between nowhere. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and like our Ittihad's like downfall was really and truly that Benzema injury did impact us a lot because we literally dropped from like first, second rotation to third, to fourth, to sixth with the injury. Since Benzema's been back, and he came back when we were sixth, we pushed up to fourth, and we lost the manager. Fair enough.
I mean, you should be there.
We had a draw, loss, loss, win, draw, win. So in the last 5 games, we've only lost one, and that's since he's been back. That's not the worst. And our form seems to be picking up.
You've only won 2 in the last 5 games.
Yeah.
1-2 in the last 5 games, drawn 2. So out of 15 points, we have 7. It's not the worst. It's not the greatest either. But we are slowly getting our way back up there again because Benzema's performing, scoring goals, winning penalties. He's doing a lot.
Did he score again this week?
Yeah, he scored. He won the penalty and he scored the penalty, and then he won our second penalty. And actually, he didn't win the second penalty. Well, he got tackled, but advantage in the second penalty was also a foul. So
one thing I do want to say is that I feel like the league is way tighter than maybe we expected at some points. Like in between teams, I mean, it could change week on week. Like within 3 weeks, you don't know where a team can be, especially the second, third, and fourth. I think slightly first, it would take a longer period of time to kind of catch up, if there was to be a catch up. I can tell Anthony's face; he's in his head.
And that is a
there
question.
you go.
Do you think you'll actually catch up to Al Nassr? For both
We don't
clubs,
have the
really.
expectation to do that, but I would love to do that.
Given the opportunity, where the table is at the moment, how many games are left to play, do you think you'll do it?
I'll still back us, like I said. I feel like second or third for us.
Second or third?
Yeah.
So you're
considering that we have a brand new
technically
team, and you have to consider, for example, Al Nassr, they've had Talisca before. Ronaldo has had 6 months, and these are two top players for their teams. And we've had a completely fresh squad, fresh manager. So to be not that far away, it just shows that it's like the level is there for us, and we're improving week on week.
Yeah,
I would say.
I would say though, as much as Antony absolutely dumps on your team,
He does.
you do have some quality players, especially in the attacking sense. You have some quality players within it. So I know that we're saying that you're not expected to win. Probably to some circumstance, correct. But the signings you have made wasn't just finishing top 4.
Yeah, they're not.
Because these are proven winners.
I would like to finish. Yeah, I would say that if you make those signings, you can't say I would like to finish 4th. I think that's a very low expectation to have. But then, in the same vein, you look at the players that other teams have signed. You're like, wow, they match up equally or even just a bit more. So that just shows the competitiveness of the top 4.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is maybe show a bit more chest for your club to get up there.
Just wait and see.
Well, you say you match.
I think the challenge for Al Ittihad. Sorry, which one was that?
I gotta say he said match for match, but every team bring in about 3 strikers. Every team attack has fully converted and thing. The only thing that we have we bring in Jota, but he wasn't selected for the league, which is unfortunate. And he was brought in, but if he was selected, I couldn't really have the argument. It'd be like 2 versus 3 players. We have only 1 new attacker that's come in this season, compared to every other team, which is pretty much 3, 3, and 3. All right, fair enough. Ronaldo's a bit longer and whatever, but he's still there, So you can't say it's like for like. Our midfield strengthened a bit, yes, but our attacking sense, only 1 player out of the 3 main attackers are there that were transferred in. So it's not really like for like.
I mean, you did find 2 of the best midfielders.
But
one of the best midfielders.
But they're defensive mids still. They're defensive mids. I wouldn't say they were attacking.
But they also got Jota in, and it's not anyone else's fault that he's not playing, for example.
Yeah, that's your club's fault at the end of the day. That's your club's fault for
one of the reasons the manager got fired, the controversial fact behind Jota. Why you're only allowed 8 players, and one of them's not even playing. They're playing the AFC.
For me, one of the biggest challenges for Al Ittihad going forward, for example, I think when I was looking at the Al Nassr games coming up, we've got Al Ittifaq in the next 2 weeks, and in December we also have Al Ittihad, right? If you look at, and in between that, I think the 3 of our teams, so Hilal, Al Ittihad, and Al Nassr, have a King's Cup quarterfinal as well. And on top of all of those games, Al Ittihad also have the Club World Cup to play. So then you're now adding in another prestigious competition into an already packed month. That's where I think, your manager and your kind of club will need to start prioritizing, and where does the Saudi Pro League sit when you're comparing it against something like the Club World Cup, and how far you can go in that, and also being in a quarterfinal of another tournament. So that will be an interesting kind of thing to look at going forward. And that's where I think it's like the 26th that Al Ittihad play Al Nassr, and that's the first time we're playing each other at the beginning of the end of the season. Sorry, so that'll be a big game. It be it if you're in a competitive spot at that point in time, but I don't know, because you have 1 additional game compared to the rest of us, which probably holds a lot of weight.
And also, just on the off chance that you lose your next game and we win our next game, it might not happen. It might happen if it does go that way. And the game we play you would be the exact half point of the season and would be 3 points behind you. They could go that way, and what I'm saying is I'm not even asking for a miracle. I'm saying something that is very could happen.
No, it could happen. Agreed, and that's based on us losing the next game, but it could happen.
We're even closer.
Yeah.
Who do you have next? Do you know? Is it a hard game for you, Ali, for Ali to play?
I think we're playing Al Riyadh.
Okay.
Saudi Pro League, yeah. So
yeah, they're not up there, are they? So
I think they're currently mid-table. And we have a decent.
Our Riyadh are in relegation zone at the moment.
The bottom of the league.
Yeah, you should be beating them.
Yeah, we've got a few decent run until kind of the second half of the season starts. So hopefully those games are slightly just smoother for us, and we should in the next two games. I do expect 6 points. And we've got good form going into these games as well. So
Antony raised a good point during his segment just a second ago, though. He said he was talking about how Ittihad and how they've got multiple different competitions to play in. One benefit Ali have, and I don't think it's been spoken about enough, is how many competitions you're actually involved in, given the squad you have. So again, I'm not seeing that chest being put out for that second.
Yeah, but at the same time,
second and third.
At the same time, if you're comparing that to Al Ittihad, we should be doing better than we are, just based on that, because they have more games, right? And if anything, we are doing what we should be doing in that sense.
I'm more referring to my original question as to whether you can get to second, and you were saying between the fence of either second or third. I don't understand why you're hesitant of calling second.
Or challenging for the top, because in based on fixtures you have the least amount of games and you have all of midweek free because you're not in the Champions League and you don't play. You got knocked out of the King's Cup, so your sole competition is the Saudi Pro League.
But then you say that, but at the same time you say you have the best team in the league, right? Just yes or no?
But not squad depth though. For teams around the world that play all these competitions, they have squad depth that can carry them through different tournaments. We're having to play effectively 80% of our starting lineup every
you talking about Al Ittihad?
And the thing is, that's the same with us and with Al Hilal.
So it's not like we're below you just to be like, oh, we should be ahead of you.
But that argument goes for all three of the teams. But like coming back to, for example, you saying, okay, we lost, or we've not won our last three games. We've already, if you look at the Champions League, we qualified about 4 games ago. And it's the same for Al Hilal and it's the same for Al Ittihad. So that wasn't a main focus at the moment because it's something, we've already achieved and we're through to the next stage. And with now, if you look at, the three of our clubs, we'll now have the quarterfinals of the Champions League. All of us are in the quarterfinals of the King's Cup. So it's not like we can start resting players going forward. So then at that point in time, I think you should be doing a lot better. But again, I think your squad is too weak in the sense that, but I think your squad has got too many players who are injury prone based on their history.
You say injury prone, but that's all ifs and buts. I kind of agree with that, with maybe Sam Maximan sometimes in and out. This season he's played most games. Mahrez played most games. If anything, Firmino's been out he's not even been injured.
But that's what I mean. But they do that at the first half of the season. It's a crunch time when you need these players to be there, available every week in, week out. Yes, granted that they don't have the same pressures that they did in their previous clubs, where they're playing almost every 2-3 days. They don't have that in the Saudi Pro League because at least Al Ahli. But at the same time, it's something that you should be wary of for sure.
So let's end the segment on Al Ahli. You're saying that you're not going to win the league because you're not expected to, right? And you probably don't have this depth in order to do so. But do you think, or should you be expected to get to second, given the opportunity that's available now? Where do you think your mind's at?
I think expected and what I expect is two different things.
Okay,
Because
so
you're
like-
Al Hilal
As in,
fan.
I would still expect second or third. I'm not going to say, oh, we should expect to get second.
I don't want you
look
sitting
at-
on the fence. Take a position.
No, but
You
then
can't.
you
You can't say second. No, stop sitting on the fence.
I-
Take a position.
Where do you wanna see-
I stick with what I say.
Where do
Second or
you
third.
expect to see your club?
I'm not just going to be. I'm just
What
going to be like, oh, we're going to win the
position?
league by 20 points or like 10 points.
One
gonna win,
position.
chest
Where do you
out.
expect to see Al Ahly at the end of the season?
I would like to be second. I'll be honest. Of course, you would
Not
say you'd
first,
like to win
bro,
the
that's-
league, but at the same time, if I look at us now, and we'd have to do some amazing things, and Al Hilal would have to drop a lot of points.
What about Vishnu?
That's like Vishnu saying he should win the league as well. It's a bit
Expectation
different.
is to win the league, though. It is to win the league. They did it last year. Didn't seem to be a problem, but obviously
But where do you
a lot
expectation
of
is? Yeah, sorry.
a lot of new talents come in, so it's obviously not as easy anymore. A lot of the defensive games from a lot of teams kind of stepped up a lot again, so it's not easy anymore. Where would I see ourselves? I'll give you a proper answer at the halfway mark after the Al Nassr game.
No, it's not. It's not the question. The question is, where do you see yourself winning at the moment? It was finishing at the moment.
Top 4.
That
You
is
know what?
pathetic.
I was actually
Honestly, get out of here.
I'll say second too. I think 11 for us. You are more than 11. So you were 7 there. You're 13 points ahead of us. It's not impossible, obviously, but it's very unlikely for you to drop that many points for us to gain that many points for the season, especially the way your form is. So I'll say second as well. Most
Second.
realistic option, yeah.
So we're effectively saying that everyone's trying to overtake. Well, Ali and Al Iyad are basically saying that Al Nassr are going to drop down. Al Nassr are thinking that Al Hilal are going to drop down, and I guess we've all got something to strive for. So we can come back to this conversation in further weeks and say, where's your expectation now, right? Because our chests are out. I think we're going to absolutely walk away with the league now. That was the biggest game of the season. I think there's no chance of us dropping it. I'm saying it. Come at me if we bottle it. By all means, come at me for it. I will take the heat, absolutely. Probably not as bad as what Anthony does,
Just
but
believe.
I would definitely take the heat, and and for sure we will be there. But on that note, do you have something to say?
Yeah, just before you finish up, I was just looking at the league table as it was last year at this point in time, right? It was a lot tighter, so Al Hilal have that to kind of shout about, because I think Al Nassr were top, Al Ittihad were second, Al Hilal were third, but on Al Nassr and Al Ittihad were tied on 34 points, whereas I think Al Hilal are currently on 41. So, and you're 7 points clear, whereas last year the top two were a lot more tighter, and I think the league as a whole was a lot more tighter. So that is something when you compare it to last season that Al Hilal do have, that you have that points lead, but yeah, as I said, it doesn't. For me, it's still too early to tell, because this league has proven that it's a lot more competitive and a lot more tighter than a lot of people thought. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, excuse my arrogance, but I think it's tighter for you guys than it is for me. But anyhow, I'm gonna end it for this week, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure, Tony. I'm so glad you calmed down after that first 20 minutes interlude. But
loved it.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
May more losses come this way, because that was absolutely brilliant. That was guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. I am out. Let's go.